Hi, hello to everyone joining us on the stream.
Good morning. Early morning here in Antwerp.
Yes.
A little bit before 10 a.m.
Yes, I am Baby Jesus, and I'm here with...
Dr. Disaster, and we're here for the second Holy Duck tournament.
Yes, first game of the weekend. It's very exciting. These two teams have never met each other on track.
Indeed. Yeah, and those teams are Antwerp, One Love Roller Derby, and the Helsinki All-Stars.
And playing today we have...
After you. Oh, I have the roster.
You have the roster.
So, playing today, there we go, it's on the screen.
Oh, it's on the screen.
Yes.
So I will say for One Love, we have 05 Marie, 10 Majin Boo, 12 Czech, 221 Sherlock Holmes, 250 Knickmops, 31 So What, 5 Wildcard, 6 Queen Yosine, 86 Miyagi, 91 Matham, 07 Cherry, 102 Ceramity Jane, 13 Queen Laquifa, 25 Baby Jesus, 28 Sturdy Bastard, 49 Haute Vilaine, 5678 Sir Vixen, 8 Hell Freya, and 89 Hip Shots.
Brilliant. Is that are there two Baby Jesus?
No, it's me. That's
you.
me.
You're playing.
I'm not going to play this game, as you can imagine, but I am on the charter, yeah.
Oh, brilliant. All right. And for Helsinki All-Stars, we have 080 Quirika, 13 Jemima Lugora, 20 Predator. I feel like I should be shouting that since it's all caps. 242 Komiya, 312 Speedy, 404 Mandarina, 51 Margot van der Ginst, and that's 30 seconds. 77 Rutsulainen, 80 Mai, 10 Sylvester, 156 MIA or Mia, 22 Malou, 286 Ninja, 4 Pale, 4 for 1 Xard. And I will now read from my other roster. Finally, 604 Sarah Ekholm, 777 Gilbert, and of course, this roster is not in the same order as the one we saw on the screen.
5 seconds we have on the jammer line. 89 Hip Shot for Antwerp and 156 for Helsinki.
Yeah, brilliant. So that is
all
Mia.
Right. And that is Lee Jam for Helsinki.
Brilliant. So Mia has just come out.
Yes, and Hip Shot following closely behind the pack on the corner. Helsinki trying to score points.
There we go, and a nice cautious move there.
Yeah, scoring 1 point, but no points for Antwerp.
Well, and a point is still a point.
Yeah, a point is still a point. Each point counts.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is going to be a game like that.
Absolutely. Well, I think we're going to see, we are definitely going to see some very high-level derby today. And one of the things we'll be seeing will, I think, be that kind of cautious play.
Yeah, I think so too. And this is exciting also because these teams, they don't know each other. So I think these first jams are going to be interesting as they are going to be kind of feeling how they play. Yep. And
there
Antwerp
we go.
takes the lead. We have number 5 wildcard for Antwerp. But behind now, completing the initial pass, we have 2-2 for Helsinki.
Yeah, and 2-2
Malou.
is Malou, indeed. And that's a penalty. So
penalty.
We have, penalty to Antwerp. There we go. So sitting there a little bit understaffed.
Yes, power jam for Helsinki.
Indeed.
Completing the first scoring pass, 4 points for Helsinki.
Yeah, and we have a blocker and a jammer in the box there.
Good offense from Helsinki. 1-2 check, still trying there right at the end.
Evening up the penalties a little bit there. The blocker for Helsinki heading into the box.
And second scoring pass.
Yeah. And Antwerp back to full force of blockers.
4 points for Helsinki.
Yeah, and Helsinki is about to not have it entirely their own way anymore.
And in the meantime, number 5 wildcard is back on track.
Yeah. Indeed. So we're out of that power jam situation. And we see a little bit of clever recycling there by Helsinki.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also by Antwerp.
Yeah, indeed.
There you go. 4 points for Antwerp. We have a 2-minute jam. Oh, lovely.
Well, that's my favorite. I love a good 2-minute jam.
When you're playing, I like it when I'm watching, but not necessarily when I'm playing. Then I will be like, come on.
I think this is where we differ. When I don't announce, I officiate. So for me, a 2-minute jam is a lot of fun.
Lovely, lovely, lots of fun.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, when does it ever end?
Yeah, that's your endurance, right? And here we are. So we have number 5, the Antwerp Jammer, challenging a very sturdy tripod from Helsinki.
Yes.
Oh, Yeah, look at that. Helsinki defense doing a really great job of getting their jammer through.
And that is the end of the jam.
Yeah, a good jam for Helsinki.
Wow, 20 points for Helsinki, 11 points for One Love.
Yeah, you don't see that every day. A 20-point jam is
was
well,
very impressive, yes. Now we have on the jammer line for Helsinki 3-1-2 and 4-9 Haute Vilaine for Antwerp.
Yep. And we have a very nice, loud jam timer there. That was an excellent 5 seconds.
Yeah, it was.
So here we are again.
Alpen.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Another one of those great Helsinki
All right.
tripods.
Oh, and jammer for Antwerp is out of the pack and catches the lead.
Yes.
And not very far behind Helsinki jammer.
Yeah.
3-1-2 Speedy.
Chasing up
How
there.
speedy are people on this floor? Not very speedy, I can tell you.
No.
It's awful.
And one of those lovely soft tracks that
Oh
you
my
get.
god. 1 point for Antwerp.
Oh, not shabby. Antwerp is, well, again, looking to equalize that score through these, cautious short jams.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm very curious to see how they adapt, because Helsinki is, they have been the last jams pretty safe, pretty secure, and I want to see how Antwerp is going to react to this now.
Yeah, indeed. And so now we have 8-9 hip shot jamming
Yes,
for
Antwerp
One Love.
and catching the lead, and now we have 1-5-6, the jammer for Helsinki. They took their cover off, hoping to maybe make
A star
a
pass.
star pass,
We shall see. And
But
I'm seeing,
getting hit out by 1-0, boo. And in the meantime, hip shot for the first scoring pass, pushing that last blocker, pushing out of the engagement zone.
Yeah, and what's interesting there is that that blocker was the pivot for Helsinki.
Oh.
So that was 2-4-2 being taken out of range of that star pass.
They were very far away.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we have a blocking
And-
out of bounds, huh?
And again, another scoring pass for Antwerp.
Yes.
While the jammer just completed their initial pass for Helsinki.
There we go. And yeah, that star is going back on.
Yes, for the point scoring.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. And sensible Antwerp decides to call it
Call
before
it.
points are scored by Helsinki.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And that's a 12-point jam.
Well, and that's
Bring-
the equalizing jam.
Wow, and that's a lead change, if there is one.
Indeed.
First lead change in this game. We have on the jammer line for Antwerp number 5 Wildcards and number 2-2 Malou for Helsinki.
Indeed. There we go.
So I was here last year, Holy Duck, announcing, and they
All right. What's,
lead
there we go. That's lead.
for Helsinki.
Yeah. So.
Malou and Wildcard following, not very far behind.
No, and we see a nice reset in the pack here. Oh, yeah,
Oh.
and the call.
And the call.
There we go.
We
And so,
have 2
yeah,
points for Helsinki,
and 0 points for Antwerp.
0 points for Antwerp.
Which, well, it looks like Helsinki is trying to make another lead change happen.
Yeah,
So,
very close now, 24-23.
indeed, yeah.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, we have now on the jammer line for Antwerp, number 6 Queen Yosine and number 3-1-2 from Helsinki.
Yeah, and that
the
is
white jammer,
Speedy. Yeah, and
Both jammers stuck next to each other.
yeah, we're seeing some very tight packs today.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, and we have a penalty already. Looks like a direction,
And-
judging by that hand gesture.
Yeah, and that is lead for Antwerp, Queen Yosine.
Yeah. Oh, and also loss of an Antwerp blocker.
Yes,
So again,
Miss
slightly
Miyagi.
understaffed for both teams, and Helsinki obviously not trying to give up, trying to get their jammer through.
That defense from Antwerp, very tight, not letting the jammer pass.
No, indeed, and we're seeing very strong tripods on both teams today.
Queen
So
Yosine trying to score the points.
yeah, and well, shout out to that Helsinki pivot number 242. That is Komiya, who's doing a very solid job of holding that tripod together.
Oh, we are seeing one of those
Oh.
classic jammer recycling. Oh, so many
Yeah.
of those we saw at regionals. It's
Oh,
like
yeah.
having a deja vu right now.
Oh, look at
Moments.
this. This is looking like Oh, 3 points for Antwerp.
3 points for Antwerp.
And none for Helsinki. So Antwerp maintaining that slim lead that they have.
Yeah. We have on the jammer line hip shots number 89 and MIA 156 from Helsinki,
There
the
we
white
go.
team.
So we're seeing MIA lining up a lot for Helsinki.
Yes, and bam, fantastic, very quick leads. Just a few seconds, but look, right behind them is hip shot.
Indeed. Now you know Antwerp better than I do. How's hip shot on speed?
She's very fast. She's very fast, she's very strong, she is very annoying.
Well, look at that. Helsinki
And I
did a
think
great
she'll
job
enjoy
there.
me saying this.
Okay.
She'll like that I say this about her.
Good. She'll watch it back and say, yeah, that's right, I am annoying.
Yes, she is very fast, she's very strong, very hard to knock
Excellent.
away. And then we have number 5 wildcard for Antwerp, number 2 Malou, lining up right behind wildcards.
Indeed. Well, and you know what? That last jam equalized. Helsinki
Yeah.
scored 4 points, bringing it up to 27-27.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And we have lead for Antwerp.
There we go. And that is wildcard right there.
Gets the points.
Yeah, presumably.
And
Yep. Doing exactly the thing
Wow.
we might have expected.
Malou launching herself into the wall. That's 3 points for Antwerp, 0 points for Helsinki. This is a very exciting game. Very quick jams, actually. Except for that 1-2 minute jam, we've been having just very short, very tight jams. And it's
Yeah.
really nice to see this fast-paced kind of derby happen.
So we can say that tactically, when they have the choice, they take a short jam.
Yes.
There we go. Already. That
Already.
is lead for Helsinki.
Yet again, a very quick lead. Now for Helsinki, number 312 Speedy, and Oudviland, number 49, still stuck in the pack in their initial.
Yep. Again, that very sturdy defensive lineup there from Helsinki, recycling the jammer
Yes.
from Antwerp.
Lovely to see.
Oh, there we go. And again, cautious moves from Helsinki, deciding, let's call this while we have the advantage.
Yeah, Helsinki scoring 3 points.
Beautiful.
30-30. All right.
My goodness.
That is a wonderful score to have.
Yep.
Just 10 minutes in.
I think this is the kind of weekend we can look forward to.
Yeah, this is wonderful. This makes me think of those last games.
Oh, we have an official timeout. There we go.
Official timeout.
So this will not be the last official timeout in these 2 days.
All right, so I would like to remind everyone, if you want to support us and our live stream and the league and want to help us organize events like this with high-level roller derby, please do donate, help us, give whatever you can, make us be able to organize and contribute.
And so you can scan that QR code that is showing on your screen right now, or while you're watching this beautiful track repair that's taking place.
Yes, thank you so much to all volunteers. And I would like also to give a shout out to Temeraire that make this beautiful thing for the track repair kits. It's wonderful and it's very beautiful. And hopefully getting back to derby quick.
Yeah, indeed. And while we're here, let's have a little shout out not only to the volunteers, but to the officials. This game cannot happen without all of those people in stripes and black who you see out there on the track.
Thank you so much, all officials, for coming and helping us make this happen.
We have some jogging going on here with the... there we go.
And we're back.
Excellent. So we are 5 seconds.
On the jammer line, 8-9 for Antwerp, 156 for Helsinki. Both jammers fighting through the pack. Tumble, and hip shot getting a penalty for Antwerp, and 156 Helsinki taking the lead.
This means we have a beautiful power jam happening for
power
Helsinki.
jam, yes, against Antwerp.
Yep, and look at that.
Oh,
There's some very nice work
wow,
there.
that is some impressive defense.
Yeah.
But I really like how the offense of Helsinki reset it. They were like, okay, that maybe didn't work at first, but let's reset and try again.
Yeah.
But wow,
Well, it's
That
strong
is
work both teams.
amazing defense now.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, both teams having really nice defensive setups here today.
Yes, it's lovely. And now Hipshot in the meantime back in the pack from the penalty
Oh, goodness.
and completing their initial
Yeah.
pass.
There we go. So there's that little tumble from 156 who decides on the floor, let's call this.
That is 4 points for Helsinki, 0 points for Antwerp.
Oh, there we go. And we now have a team time
Timeout.
out for Antwerp.
Okay, there is something else I would like to mention. I would like to mention other people that have helped us organize this event, which are our sponsors. Happy and Company, which is the most... I would like to apologize. I had a beautiful document prepared and I just clicked it away.
Well, Derby is
keeping
a
it
wonderful
real, keeping it
place
humble
for-
right here.
Yeah, we love our technical difficulties.
Yes, here we go. I found it. Amazing. Happy and Come, undoubtedly the most original snack caterer in Flanders. We have Sucker Punch Skate Shop, very known to everyone, undoubtedly, that is sitting here listening to this and playing. VP Media Solutions, technology adding value to your content. Knickmops, the small bulldozers built in Belgium, engineered to perform. You will see Knickmops on the track. InfraMonkey, you need help for your IT infrastructure, better call Monkey. And then we have Ariane Pry, freelance translator, Clo, nice and cozy vegan breakfast and lunch restaurant, Lillebiz, Artem, Packraften.be, and Martin's Beer. I will give these last sponsors a bit more time on air next time I mention
And
them.
well, I've just seen some statistics from our producer, and 10 jams so far, half and half lead.
Wow!
So 5 leads each, which is really
That is
special.
so exciting!
Yeah, and here we go
Now
again.
we
for
have
jam
number
11.
5 for Antwerp, but taking the leads number 2 Malou for Helsinki.
And really in the clear right now. Helsinki is doing a great job defensively of keeping that Antwerp jammer back.
Good star
Oh.
pass from Antwerp. Now 9-1 Mayhem taking the star.
Yeah, another one of those jams. So
Another.
sensible Helsinki says,
Yes.
okay, they've
Just,
they've
yes.
made that star pass, they're out of the pack, let's stop this while we're ahead.
4 points for Helsinki, 0 points for Antwerp.
Yep, look at that. So we have, now an 8-point lead for Helsinki.
Yeah.
It's keeping it close.
Now on the jammer line we have for Helsinki number 286 and for Antwerp number 6, Queen Yossi.
And here we go. So that's 286, trying very hard to get out of that pink pack. Oh, and succeeding.
Yes, taking the lead for Helsinki.
Yeah, man, it's looking good. Again, there we go. Antwerp has made it out. Oh. There we go. So something has gone wrong in that pack. We have an Antwerp penalty, which means that Helsinki is going to start at a slight advantage in the next jam.
Indeed, 4 points for Helsinki, 0 for Antwerp.
Yeah, so there's sort of incremental leading that we're seeing.
Yes,
Where it's a couple points every jam.
every point matters. Now we have number 89 Hip Shots on the jammer line and number 777 MIDI
Oh,
for Helsinki.
this is interesting. We have a different name on our roster than on that jersey there. So we read them out at the start as 777 Gilbert.
Oh,
So, now we know. MIDI on the shirt, Gilbert on the roster.
yes.
Oh, take a look at that. Antwerp has made it out.
For Antwerp, but right behind is number 777 from Helsinki.
Yeah, Antwerp decides to call it.
Play it safe, call it off.
Yeah, and again, that was such a short jam that the Antwerp blocker who sat in the penalty box in the previous jam is
Just
still there.
Just stood up.
Yeah,
She stood up.
yeah, and so now we have 2-2 for Helsinki lining up against 5.
Fantastic. Majin Wu using their own jammer to do some defense. And number 5 taking the lead for Antwerp.
There we
Wildcard.
And this is their second jam in a little while. There was a moment when Helsinki had 4 leads in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. So Antwerp is clawing it back a little bit, hoping to get some of those points back.
And calling it right on time. That is 3 points for Antwerp and 0 for Helsinki.
There we go. And, well, it looks like Wildcard is very popular. I am staring at the bleachers just now, and someone has a big sign with Wildcard's
yes.
name and number.
It's their twin sibling, actually.
All right.
Yeah.
Very nice.
It's, very, very nice. Always cheering. And now on the jammer line, we have number 49 for Antwerp, number 286 for Helsinki.
And that is
And
Ninja.
Oudviland taking the lead, second lead for Antwerp
Oh, goodness.
in a row.
Yeah,
But
third even.
very close
Yeah.
by is our Helsinki jammer.
Indeed. Well, and what we've seen in the last couple of jams is we've had, again, that incremental gaining
Yes.
from Antwerp. So they're trying point by point, really. And
Yes.
here's one more point. Oh, no. But it's 1 point each.
1 point each.
Yeah. So that strategy has not worked for them this jam. But so far has been quite successful in
Indeed,
getting
for
that back.
both teams.
Yeah.
For both teams. On jammer line for Helsinki, number 156 MIA, and for Antwerp, number 89 Hipshot.
There we go. All right, and again, a lot of this nice, these solid defensive lines from both teams, but
And lead for Helsinki. And close behind Hipshot.
yeah, absolutely. I think one of the things we're seeing a lot today is the agility of the jammers is what's really making the difference. So being able to make it around the solid
Yes.
defensive lines.
Indeed. 2 points for Helsinki and 1 point for Antwerp.
I mean, so far, goodness, 17 minutes in and 16 jams in. It's an incredibly tight game.
It's very tight game and so little points if you think about it. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's,
And only 1 2-minute jam for now.
Yeah,
For now.
goodness.
Be warned, for now.
well, and indeed, if we look at those averages, we're 17 jams in, or we're in jam 17, and that means we're on average less than 30 seconds a jam.
Yes. And we have Helsinki taking the lead, number 777.
Yeah.
And-
Mitty/Gilbert. And jamming for Antwerp.
Is now number 91, Mayhem, the pivots, because there we had a star pass just then.
Yeah, very efficient star passing. And, goodness, that's already 4 points on the board for Helsinki.
Yeah,
really
indeed.
making use of the lead. Oh, yeah.
Okay, now
But
we have,
this nice
Antwerp wall.
tripod. Yeah.
yes.
We have their number 8. And I see Shelock as well.
Yes.
That is 221. And, well, sometimes you have to know when to quit. So Antwerp has just made it through that wall. Oh, sorry.
Yes, Helsinki.
Helsinki has made it's
Yes, they bridged out as much as they could.
Yeah, but eventually you have to accept that you will get an out of play penalty if you keep that
Indeed.
blocking up.
And Mayhem getting 4 points for Antwerp.
Ooh, to 11 for Helsinki. in
11
that
for
jam.
Helsinki. That was a good jam for Helsinki.
Yeah.
They really took advantage of that star pass. Number 2-2 Malu lining up for Helsinki, and number 3-1.
Yeah, and I'm just being shown.
And that is the first time we see the jammer number 3-1. So what
Indeed.
for Antwerp?
We're seeing some very high scoring jams for Helsinki. So the highest scoring jams in this game so far 20 for Helsinki and 11 for Helsinki. Comparatively, Antwerp has had one 12-point jam. So Helsinki is in fact not necessarily doing that attrition strategy that we're seeing from Antwerp, and is instead getting a lot of their points in very few jams.
Indeed. And now, again, they got leads and they got 2 points in this jam and 0 for Antwerp.
Mm-hmm. It's really fun to see how, what we're observing as we're watching isn't necessarily the case, right? Like, seeing the statistics from our producer makes me realize Helsinki is not necessarily doing point by point by point.
Yeah, it's true. They are having some jams that are very decision making.
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
they are very important for the game. Those couple of jams where they can score a lot of points.
Yeah.
So now we have number 8-9 for Antwerp taking the lead.
Yeah, and to a 6 ninja jamming for
taking-
Helsinki.
A penalty
Oh.
going to the penalty box. So it's a power jam.
Indeed. Well, good opportunity for Antwerp to get some of those points back.
Yes, let's try and make this a high scoring jam for them.
Indeed. What's really interesting is, the difference in score rate now could in fact be attributed to that 120-point jam that we saw earlier on in the game.
Indeed.
So if Antwerp gets it their way during this power jam, we could see another lead switch potentially. We shall see.
We shall see. A second scoring pass
Yeah.
for Antwerp.
There we
And
go.
the Helsinki jammer is back on the track. I
Yes.
believe they still have to complete their initial pass.
Well, and they're doing it with their helmet cover in their hand.
Yes. Well, it's the initial, so
Yeah. Well, there we go. And another one of those sturdy Antwerp tripods is.
yes. And also for Helsinki,
Oh, take a look at that. So that is Antwerp back out again for another scoring pass.
4 more points.
Yeah, so that's 12 already.
And the Helsinki jammer completing their initial pass.
Yeah. And Helsinki pivot heading to the penalty box. Oh, there we go. And, well, goodness, that was quite a jam.
That was a good jam. 3 points in the end for Antwerp and bringing it to 15-point jam.
Yeah, they're almost equalizing it.
Almost bringing the scores together. Very
And-
close they are, yeah.
Of course, Antwerp starting at a slight advantage in terms of number of blockers on the track this jam. So maybe that'll give them a chance to gain lead again and get those other 4 points they need to equalize.
On the jammer line, we have number 5 for Antwerp and number 156 for Helsinki.
And that is
Antwerp
MIA
taking the
again.
leads. Quick leads.
Yeah, again, this beautiful footwork that we're seeing today.
Yes, very, very cool.
Yeah. Well, and Antwerp's jammer is sibling again. That's a very long way of saying it, but that
Some
sign for number
tumbling.
5 is up.
Very sturdy
Oh.
walls.
Absolutely. So Antwerp has some
Great
extremely
offense
skilled
from 1-2
blockers.
check.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. So I think, possibly imminently, we're going to see a call from Antwerp as the Helsinki jammer.
And a star pass for
Yeah.
Helsinki. The jammer is now number 4, the pivot.
Indeed.
Was the pivot, now the jammer.
And that is Pale. Yeah, and Antwerp
That is a
calling it
call.
off. Oh, and yeah, there we go. 8 points Antwerp in that jam gives us
There
a
is-
lead change.
Some cheering for Antwerp on our screens. And now we have number 777 jammer for Helsinki against number 49 jammer for Antwerp.
That is O de Villaine and Gilbert / Mitty. I'm going to look into that one at halftime so that we can give
Yes.
them the correct name. in the
Yes,
second half.
exactly.
Oh, there we go. That's lead.
That's
And that is Helsinki.
Lead for Helsinki.
Yeah, and again,
Antwerp
beautiful
jammer
skating.
is still and
Oh,
quick star pass.
yes, indeed.
The jammer is now number 10 Majin Boo.
Very nice. Again, we've seen some beautiful star passes today.
And safe call.
Yep.
4 points for Helsinki, no points for
Ooh.
Antwerp.
Tying it up.
That is
62-62.
Wow.
Yep.
This is not the first time this is happening this game, and that is a crazy thing to say.
Yeah, it's
That is a
impressive.
crazy thing to say.
Yeah, I
It's-
think these teams would not be high level if they didn't know how to play the game, right?
Exactly. And they're so tight. It's so exciting. It's really lovely.
Yeah. Oh, and so we now have number 8 and 9
Hip
for
shots.
Antwerp coming
Yeah.
up again. I
Number
believe
2
that is-
Malou.
Yes. Oh, someone's taking a little tumble.
Wow,
that was
that was a very funny tumble, I have to say. I hope someone took a picture of that.
Well, goodness. I mean, we haven't mentioned
Yes,
the photographers,
the
and the
photographers.
videographers who are here today. Oh, look at that.
Oh, very close. Jammer.
But, I mean, that is
Jammer
great
on jammer.
spirit.
Oh,
8-9 fell down, took that little tumble, and then still got out ahead.
That was 1 point for Antwerp and 2 points for Helsinki. So Hipshot taking a risk there and it not fully paying off this time.
But again, we are 1 point difference.
Indeed.
And so now this is 2-8-6 from Helsinki Ninja, lining up against 5 again from Antwerp, who is indeed, jamming a lot in this half.
Yes, so both Hipshot and Wildcard are jamming a lot. And then we have a third rotation of jammers.
Yeah, do you have inside intel on that? Do you know
Yeah,
what the rotations are like?
I do have inside intel on that. Yes, I do know the jam rotation. I know that Hipshot and Wildcard are playing the same amount. So.
Yeah.
And then there's a third.
Oh, there we go. Okay. We have some penalties happening
yes,
here.
we have leads for Antwerp in the meantime.
Yep. So Derby gives and Derby takes.
Yes.
Antwerp has gained lead but has lost a blocker to the penalty box.
Yes. The Helsinki Jammers still on initial, and Wildcard fighting hard through that very tight, sturdy wall of Helsinki.
Yep, and some lovely bridging happening as well, because we're at a risk there of having 2 separate packs or a split, and a little casual bridge by Helsinki 5-1.
Now we have indeed that dangerous pack situation.
Oh, yeah, my
But
goodness.
both teams being very aware this wouldn't be high-level derby if they were not aware of the pack. Wildcard pushing that last blocker and getting through.
Goodness.
I am exhausted just looking
effort.
at them.
Yeah, indeed.
That's why I am not a jammer. Not like blocking is not exhausting, but it's a different kind of exhausting.
Yeah. But again, I think, the mechanism that causes that jammer to be so tired and causes those risks of split packs is 2 really strong defensive lineups.
True.
So I want to highlight the role of those blockers.
And
They're
a
doing
star
an amazing
pass.
job today.
They are a star pass for Helsinki, but Antwerp, I believe, calling it off.
But look at that. That's another 4 points on the board in that pass for Antwerp. So a very good.
Now we have a team timeout for Pink.
Yeah.
So yes, I have some fun facts about Antwerp.
All right. No, this is an official review coming from
it's
Helsinki
official review.
as well.
All right.
Yep.
Um,
There we
so, fun fact is, on the bench of Antwerp we have right now 2 people that are known to, I guess, most of you if you watch some Antwerp roller derby. We have Dark Pistol. Dark Pistol was a player for a long time for Antwerp, and she retired after the regionals championships this year, and she is now the coach, and it's very nice. And on the lineup you will see Freckles, which also played in the regional championships, and she's now lining up for the team. She's not playing herself because, well, she's pregnant. Congratulations, Freckles. So that's very nice. The team is changing. We have some new faces, people that came back.
Okay, there's a lot going on in the middle right now. So what we just saw there was a team timeout, which ran its full minute. But during the time it ran its minute, an official review came in from Helsinki. So we have a nice little break here. And our producer has jogged into the middle to find out what the substance of this official review is. And in the meantime, on your screen, you will be seeing our penalty board.
Yes.
We're seeing a lot of forearms today from Helsinki.
Oh. And can we go back to the penalty of Antwerp, because I
also
missed
have
it.
On our tablet
you
here,
have
but
it
there we go.
There you go.
So some directions there.
Some directions there. Some cuts, but
and some more exotic stuff. We don't see so many low blocks.
Exotic stuff. I love that.
Well, I mean, my favorite is when I see an N, right? Because that typically means a failed star pass, or not a failed star pass, but an illegal star pass.
Yes.
Or if it's not an illegal star pass, it's even more exciting. Oh, okay. So I'm being told equal something.
Lead.
Equal lead. Still, my goodness.
Do we still have equal lead?
That is amazing.
So here we are, almost 3 minutes from
Yeah.
the end of the first half, and these two teams have equal lead.
Yeah, if you can call anything neck and neck, you can call this that.
Crazy.
I
And
mean-
you can kind of see that on the score, right? I mean, it's so close. You see that these teams are really well paired up, well matched to each other. It's an exciting game, and it's only the first half.
Yeah, it is impressive stuff. I mean, we've seen, well, again, this really close scoring, equal leads up to this point, and who knows what this official review is going to result in. We'll see. Maybe a penalty against Antwerp, maybe not. But yeah, it's fascinating to see how close this gameplay is. And, I think we
I
are
see.
about to get some
A decision
information.
has been made.
Yes. Ooh, and we have had 7 lead changes.
7.
Yes.
Wow.
So this is really anyone's game.
So, Helsinki were requesting a cut track on Antwerp's down under the stands.
All right, and we've just been informed that that official review was Helsinki asking for a cut penalty on Antwerp's jammer, but that was not granted. So the penalty, well, it hasn't been given. Yeah. Which
Right.
means also Helsinki loses their official review for this period, but the period's almost over.
So, yeah, worth a try. On the
Alright.
jammer line, we have number 6 for Antwerp, number 156 for Helsinki, very quickly taking the lead,
Yeah.
seeing that opening in the wall and taking it. They are coming around the track, and number
Ooh,
6
It's a power jam.
is a power jam
Yeah.
for Helsinki. Number 6, the Antwerp jammer sits in a penalty
Yeah.
box.
So some shenanigans
Helsinki
there.
taking the first 4 points and preparing for that offense.
Yeah, and so that was, that's a tricky one. That was a high block there against Antwerp's
Oh,
jammer.
a high block.
Yes, again, not one of the penalties we see all the time. Oh, there we go. Some strategic work on the part of Helsinki.
Yes.
Yeah,
4 points for Helsinki, no initial.
yeah, and calling it while
Yeah.
that Antwerp jammer is
It's
still in the box.
Standing. So this will be a power start for Helsinki, and that is something we have not seen yet this game.
Yeah, it's the first power start we've seen this game.
Yes. So we have a known pivot on the track
Uh-huh.
for Antwerp is hip shot.
Indeed. So this is going to be interesting. I also noticed that Dark Pistol took a little jog over to the penalty box just during lineup time.
Yes.
And it looks like number 6 has been informed.
Yeah.
Get that star cover to hip shot.
Yes. In the meantime, number
Oh.
6 back on track, and number 777 back for their scoring pass.
Yeah, and that strategy is not going to work
No.
there because hip shot is out on a penalty.
Yes, both pivots are on the penalty box.
Oh, here we are. So
4
that
point.
is lead for Helsinki.
And 4 points already. It's their scoring pass
My
already.
goodness. Yeah,
And
Ooh.
Queen Yosine is out of the pack for their initial.
Yeah.
And let's see.
We're seeing a little bit.
Yes! Oh, that was a very quick little apex hop, I will call it.
Impressive stuff. And again, this is this is the attempt to equalize again. Those 4 points bring Antwerp back up to 75.
Wow.
Oh.
And 75 to 80 for Helsinki.
There we go. Goodness. I think the the period being very nearly over. I think we're seeing a little bit gutsier play, a little bit more energetic play.
Yes.
Also,
I feel like the tension is growing, and it's nice. It's nice. You see that on the score. They are equally matched, but also they're like, okay, come on, we want to dominate. You see both teams want to dominate. Number 2-2 for Helsinki, and number 5 for Antwerp taking the leads.
yeah, looking good. I mean, somebody has to win this game, right?
Yes, somebody has to win. Number 2-2 completing their initial pass.
There we go. Yeah, and hot on the heels of that pack.
And indeed, number 5 calling it safe.
Yeah.
Scoring 2 points for Antwerp, 0 points for Helsinki in this last jam. Bringing the score to 80 points for Helsinki, 77 for One Love.
Yep.
Wow,
Not
what
shabby
a
at all.
first half.
Indeed. Yeah, it's been some exciting playing and very close. We now have a 15-minute intermission, which, much needed, I think, for those teams who have been working very hard this morning. And on your screen, you will see our nice little, oh, goodness.
Yes, our points per jam. You can see
Yeah.
the highest scoring jam for Antwerp was
Yeah.
15 points.
Yeah. Goodness. And we see Helsinki had an impressive number of leads in that half. 17 jams out of 25. So it started very equal. And then towards the end of that period, Helsinki, really
Indeed.
took control.
They are starting to take control. And you see that second jam, 20 points, very impressive start already. You see the confidence of these teams. They are in control. I'm looking forward to see what the next half will bring us.
Absolutely. And we will be back with you in, about 10 minutes
See
to
you.
talk you into that next half.
Yeah, see you soon.
And we are back.
Yes, we are back. Second half of this nail-biting game, Helsinki versus Antwerp.
Yep, absolutely great game so far. We've seen very equal scores, a lot of nice sharing of that lead.
Yes, very short jams, mostly, not all of them, but
Absolutely.
mostly short jams. Each team really trying to play for the points, but we see indeed in Helsinki they have some more higher scoring jams, which is really making the difference for them.
Absolutely, a few nice standout jams also for both teams even. And well, I'm gonna unsubtly say there's a little QR code superimposed over us right now on your feed.
Yes,
And
wink wink from our live stream team
exactly.
to us.
Yeah, so give us a hand in bringing you wonderful derby.
Yes, help us. Donate via that QR code on the screen. And by donating, you help us make tournaments like this come true. High-level derby, really top of Europe, coming to play here in Antwerp. And thank you so much for helping us and for watching. And enjoy the game.
And
We are going to 30 seconds soon.
well, I'm gonna say though, also what you are not seeing, because the camera is not pointed at them, is the amazing setup that we are sitting next to. So the production team are really,
Yeah, this is very professional.
yeah, it is mind-blowing.
They are smiling at us.
Wow.
You're welcome for the mention, guys.
And now we are at 30 seconds already into the, well, yeah, less. We are in lineup time.
Yes, we have for Antwerp number 89 Hip Shot, and for Helsinki number 22 Malu.
And we're gonna see, well, we'll see what Antwerp does in this second half.
Yes.
They're starting a wee bit behind.
Yes, they have,
Yeah,
and also with a blocker in the box.
there we are.
And Antwerp taking the leads, even with 3 good defense work there from 1-2 check, 1-0 boo, but out of play. Nothing they can do in the meantime.
Yeah, there we go. This is number 22 from Helsinki heading up and, well, being pipped to the post there by Antwerp, calling off that jam.
Yes, indeed.
And, well,
That's
to call that a low-scoring jam.
1 point
Yeah.
for Antwerp, 0 points for Helsinki.
There we go. But that's how the difference gets made, right? Antwerp has been playing that 1-point game very
True,
successfully.
true. Such a short jam that indeed the penalty, the blocker of Antwerp that took a penalty is still sitting in the box after that jam. Now we have number 5 for Antwerp against number 777 Midi. Midi that has been having really amazing jams, taking the lead.
Good goodness.
I think almost every jam, if I might be mistaken, I'm saying this out of the top of my head. So
Yeah, well, and I mean, I think we can get some statistics on that. I'll put the question to our producer,
Yeah.
and we will find out.
and number 5, wildcard completing their initial and playing it safe. Midi taking the 4 points and calling it off. Now we have for Antwerp number 3-1 on the jammer line, and for Helsinki number 156 MIA.
There we go. So I have those stats now. Helsinki 777 has jammed 4 times so far this game and has gotten a lead 3 of those 4 times.
3 of 4.
Yep. So very successful.
Very successful jammer.
Yeah. And
Now we
here
have
are.
both teams such strong defense.
Absolutely. Lovely tripod there from Helsinki.
Yes, very tight, not stretching too much.
Oh, look at that. And we have a penalty on the Helsinki jammer who has been
And we
assessed
have-
a cut.
Power jam for Antwerp.
Yeah, and just in time as well. 221 is returning to the track. So Antwerp, temporarily back up to full speed. Unfortunately, that's another blocker with a penalty from Antwerp. So this slightly understaffed power jam, but a power jam nonetheless.
Yes. Still number 3-1 trying her best to get through the pack, even with offense, but that is a very, very tight defensive wall.
Yeah, absolutely. The tripod strategy being used extremely successfully there by Helsinki's blockers.
In the meantime, Helsinki Jammer is back on track, and has completed the initial pass.
Yeah, and a beautiful recovery there.
And I believe this will be a 2-minute jam.
Which should make the jam timer very happy.
2-minute jam. Star pass for Antwerp. 1-0 is now the jammer for Antwerp.
Goodness. Yeah, and everyone's just trading places in the penalty box. There's a little bit of a revolving door going on there. So we've yet to see, I believe, a full 10 players on the track at once in this jam.
Yes, this jam has been... You see, both teams, their tensions are growing. The tensions are growing. They're like, okay, we are trying things. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. We are very well matched.
Yeah.
So they're like, come on. They both want to dominate.
Exactly.
You see, you feel it.
Yeah, well, as you said right at the beginning of this game, these two teams have never played each other before.
Yeah.
So we've got some figuring out happening on that track.
Yes, it's true, it's true.
But there was our beautiful 2-minute jam. Lovely call-off from the jam timer, which we've only seen once before in this game.
Yes.
Not a lot of full-length jams.
No, indeed. Now we
Possibly
have...
twice. I think we had another,
Yeah,
this
we
may be
have
our
one
third
in the first half, and now we have this one. And now we have at the jammer line number 8-9 hip shot for Antwerp, number 3-1-2 Speedy for Helsinki, very quickly getting through the pack.
There we go. So an apt name for Speedy.
And hip shot following behind.
Well, if I were betting, I would say we're going to see a very fast call off here after, 1 point, it looks like, to Helsinki, and then a call off.
Yes, 1 point for Helsinki, 0 points for Antwerp.
There we go. Yeah. Much to be expected with this kind of very even play. There we are.
Now we have on the jammer line number 2-2 Malu for Helsinki, number 5 Wildcard for Antwerp.
Indeed. And some very targeted blocking happening here.
Yes.
We can see one of the Helsinki blockers specifically targeting an Antwerp blocker, I think, preventing that tripod from forming as well.
It's true. It is often the trick, isn't it?
Yeah.
That tripod is so strong. You want to do everything you can to not
unsuccessful.
Have it form. It's a penalty for the white jammer from Helsinki.
And
pink jammer still getting through the pack.
Yeah, and that was a high block as well. We don't like to see those.
No, we don't. And leads for Antwerp.
There we are.
That was a long lead.
Absolutely.
Took a while. As a jammer, as a jammer, I would be very tired, and just sitting here, I am already very tired just looking at this.
I mean, everyone is fighting hard for the littlest bits of advantage.
That was a call. 4 points for Antwerp, and they are getting a power start.
There we go. And Antwerp now only 5 points behind Helsinki.
Yes. Helsinki Jammer is already standing, like you can see, very nicely at the edge of the penalty box, ready to go in.
Exactly. Trying to find that spot.
I'm curious to see what the strategy of Antwerp is here.
Well,
and Jammer is back, and that tripod is ready to receive the Jammer.
We have some jostling in the pack here and a split. Yes.
Some recycling happening from
Antwerp.
Helsinki and some recycling from Antwerp.
Well,
but they come in with speed on those walls.
Absolutely. But look at that beautiful Antwerp wall right now.
Yes.
2 blockers and the pivot doing a fantastic job of holding back that Helsinki Jammer.
And Antwerp taking the lead, but getting recycled.
Ooh, there we go. And there is Helsinki having done a little cover hiding on the way through.
And Antwerp calling it off, playing it safe. No points for both teams.
Again, we're seeing some very practical, sensible derby today.
Yes.
These are not the words I normally attribute to derby, but there's a lot of caution happening.
Practical and sensible.
Absolutely.
True. You do not hear derby being called practical nor sensible. I mean, practical maybe, but sensible is an interesting word. I like it.
Sensible for derby.
I like it. Number 8 and 9 jamming for Antwerp against number 777 for Helsinki. Two very strong jammers.
Oh, there we go. And that is Antwerp
taking the
out.
lead.
Yeah. Oh, and it's a power jam for Antwerp.
Power
because
jam for
the
Antwerp.
Helsinki jammer.
Now
has been
they
sent
set
to
up
the
for
box.
offense. And Hipshot scoring the 4 points.
Yep, so that is number 777 for Helsinki sitting in the box for a back block. It's altogether too easy to do against a very strong tripod.
Jammer is standing in a penalty box.
And this was the third power jam already in this period.
So
Yeah, we're
we are
seeing a lot of
some,
jammer penalties.
Yeah, some jammer penalties. Jammers taking risks.
Yeah, and well, goodness, it's paying off because, well,
Go
101 points already for Antwerp.
stretching that pack.
That's the triple-digit mark.
Oh,
Passed,
here we go. We
yes.
have reached the 100 points.
But again, what we've been seeing all game is, there's a lot of low-scoring jams happening, and then the lead changes seem to be happening more often on these jams where we have quite a lot of points happening. So pretty intuitive, but worth saying.
Yeah, interesting. We have 103 points for Antwerp, 94 points for Helsinki. That's a very small difference. But actually one of the biggest, not the biggest point differential we have seen this game. I think we have had a bit more, but this is one of the biggest point differentials that you can see, and I think it might stay this way. These teams are really equally matched. It's a very nice game to watch. It feels like anyone's game. Let's see how they continue to react to each other throughout this game.
It feels like a game of leapfrog at this point.
True.
We've had so many lead changes, and we are currently in a team timeout for Helsinki, getting a little break, regrouping, giving everyone a chance to breathe for a
Yes.
moment as well.
Indeed.
Yeah, and well, Antwerp apparently confident enough in its next lineup that they're just hanging out on track.
Doing
waiting
a
for
little
Helsinki.
breathing exercise. We all know that helps. Even if you're not a roller derby player, that will help you. But if you are on track, yes, do breathe. Breathe to calm down, but also breathe because if you don't, you're going to pass out.
Absolutely.
That
Good
is
advice.
a given. All right, so we are going to start again. Number 5 wildcard for Antwerp, and number 312 Speedy for Helsinki.
So what's interesting is that apparently only in 7 jams so far in this entire game has Antwerp been leading in points.
Oh,
Yes.
that is very interesting.
Yeah, Helsinki spent a lot of the first half
In the lead.
in the lead. Absolutely. Oh my goodness.
We have lead for Helsinki right now. 312 Speedy taking the lead and taking the 4 points in their first scoring pass.
Yeah, and again,
There was
quite a lot of Antwerp in the box at the moment.
indeed, there was a star pass in the meantime, so I think Helfreya, number 8, is
Yeah.
The
currently
jammer?
jamming, Indeed.
but they are blocking
Yes, well, jamming with the cover in their hand.
in their hands. So are
Yeah.
they the jammer?
Well,
No,
this
I
is
think
so-
they
oh,
are
no.
not. Yeah, they are not the
Oh,
jammer.
this
So
is
that was
interesting.
not a successful star pass.
no, indeed.
I was wondering why, if she's the jammer, why is nobody blocking her? Now I
Yeah,
understand.
so wildcard is
Now I
indeed the
understand.
jammer, and we have a forearm for Antwerp 8-6 heading to the box.
Yes,
So this
Miyagi.
revolving door again. Yeah, it's a less cautious half.
Yes,
than the last
they.
half.
It's true. They are getting nervous. They're like, okay, we have to step up our game. No teams want to stay in this kind of
No.
cat and mouse game that they're
Exactly.
playing. A few points for me, a few points for you.
Yeah.
They're like, no.
Someone
let's-
wants a more decisive lead.
Yes, they want
Yeah.
more aggression.
Well, and look at this, another lead change. Helsinki now at 106 and Antwerp at 103
Wow.
because 12 points in that jam for Helsinki.
Wow, that was a good jam for Helsinki.
Absolutely.
Good jam. Antwerp starting with 1 blocker in the penalty box. Their jammer number 3-1, so what, against number 156 MIA.
Yeah, and again, some really nice work from 102 there, and the pivot for Antwerp, trying their best to help their jammer through and to keep that Helsinki jammer back out the back of the pack.
And now trying to make...
Oh my goodness. That is a fast pack.
That is some fast skating, and the Helsinki jammer 156 taking the lead on this jam. 3-1, still trying to get through that pack.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. That was a nice little move there from Helsinki 1-3, who has a powerful push.
Fast scoring pass for Helsinki.
Yeah, and now we stop. It's a little bit of a hurry up and wait kind of jam. We're skating fast, and then we're all sitting on each other.
And now, jammer number 3-1 with the panty in her hand, trying to make a star pass.
Now, panty, is that
Panty.
a Dutchism or a Frenchism?
I have no idea.
Okay, so
I think it's a stupidism from our league. Call it the panty. Who has the panty?
Yeah, so that star cover.
Yeah, the cover. Thank you for the correct word vocabulary.
No, I've heard it before, and I've never known where it comes from.
Me neither.
So I think my league sometimes says it as well. So maybe it's a Dutchism.
Yes. Maybe it's a Dutchism. We had a star pass for Antwerp. Majin Boo was the jammer, but before she could score any points, Helsinki calling it off and stretching that lead in points to 115 to 103. So 9 points in this jam for Helsinki.
Oh, and we have a timeout, which I did not even catch, but it's a team timeout for Antwerp.
For Antwerp.
So Dark Pistol giving everyone a little bit of a pep talk over there.
Yes, there's been some really good jams for Helsinki, so I think Antwerp is feeling like, okay, we have to react to this. How can we change? What can we adapt? But both teams doing an amazing and impressive job. Very fast jams, very impressive skating.
Yes. Oh, look at that. That's a nice little
that's very
huddle.
Cute.
Yeah. Oh, there's a little maple leaf on one of those armbands. I wonder what the story there is.
Oh yeah, me too.
Interesting.
Can someone from Helsinki tell us after the game?
Exactly. Well, I don't know if there's a live chat under this.
Yes.
But,
if there's a live chat, tell us in the chat.
Exactly, which we are not looking at.
Is there a live chat? There is a live chat.
Okay, great.
So, there is... I'm sorry, I don't know anything about Twitch.
So
I'm just here for the vibes.
Tell the lovely crew behind the screens if you know what that maple leaf is about.
Yes, tell us, let us know, and we will give it to the world.
Brilliant.
Please don't make up something, because we will believe you. We will believe you if you lie to us. Anyway, on the jammer line, we have number 8-9 for Antwerp. And for Helsinki, number 2-2, Malu, and Antwerp taking the lead on this jam.
And so...
Malu stretching out that pack and completing the initial.
Excellent.
Hip shots, making a little hop.
Power jam Antwerp, because that was another high block.
Another high block and
goodness.
A power jam for Antwerp.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm used to seeing high blocks when there's a height differential between players. So often when we see, for example, a Dutch team playing a French team, we'll see a lot of high blocks just because people's heads are at different heights.
Yes. Oh my god, that's so true. But here, I mean...
They're equally matched
in
terms of height. We're seeing some more high blocks than I would expect with these two teams.
Indeed. Go 4 more points for Antwerp, making the best out of this jam.
So I've just I've asked our producer to let us know what the European rankings of these two teams are, because though they haven't played each other, they're very well matched. And I've just been informed that Antwerp is currently ranked 9th in Europe, and Helsinki is 6th. So very even indeed.
Very even. Oh, cool jump from hip shot, but they were out. Very fast blocking, very good hit from 8-0 from Helsinki. And hip shot calls it off before Helsinki can score any points, scoring 16 points in this jam, bringing it to, you guessed it, a lead change.
Hey.
Surprise.
Well,
it's yet another one.
Fantastic. We love a lead change.
We have, again, on the jammer line, For Helsinki, number 286. And for Antwerp, number 5, wildcard.
Brilliant. Here we go again. Oh, there's a lot of whistling happening out there.
Quick lead from Helsinki. And very quick star pass from Antwerp. Wow, that was very fast.
My goodness. Yeah, some efficient
Wow,
star passing.
amazing.
Oh my goodness.
What good offense that was.
Yeah.
They had not so many blockers and they did it. It was really impressive. I hardly saw it. That's how good it was. I just saw the jammer whoop, passed by. Amazing. Very impressive.
There's some serious efficiency happening out there. Again, those words you don't necessarily want to think about, right?
In roller derby.
My goodness,
Very
the
efficient
play.
sport.
Absolutely. No, but this, for me, the mark of a good jammer is that efficiency, right? Getting past that pack of blockers.
Yes.
Getting past the wall of the opposing team.
Here you go.
Not just skirting around it.
We had Haute-Villaine helping their wall, put the jammer in their wall in the beginning, and then going for
This is
the game.
a little recycling there.
Yes.
By the Helsinki pivot. That's number 604. That is Sarah Ekholm. Who, lovely job.
Well, some offense from 2-1 Shilok.
Absolutely. And that very tidy, again,
And-
one of those words, but tidy defense there from Helsinki.
We have leads for Antwerp. And following, not very far behind, number 777
Yeah,
from Helsinki.
getting back in there. But look at that. Again,
And-
efficiency. Antwerp, lovely little side surf there to get, I'm going to guess 3 points, but we're about to see it. What have we got?
Officials are talking.
Yes.
We got a beautiful 1 point.
Oh, there we go. One lovely point.
One lovely point, bringing 120
goodness.
points for Antwerp, 119 for Helsinki.
This
This
game
is
just
a
doesn't
nail
stop.
biter if there ever is one.
Yeah, indeed. And there's 156 for Helsinki.
Yes, 8-9 for Antwerp, being
recycled.
recycled indeed, skating quickly through that pack and getting the lead,
Impressive.
but very close behind is the Helsinki Jammer.
Yeah, again, not even a 1 point jam.
No risks, no risks. We are
Well,
taking no risks.
Why
These-
would you take a risk when you are 1 point ahead?
No. Let's do this till the
Yeah.
end of the game.
Eh,
No more
12
points.
more
Just
minutes of
calling
this.
it,
Yeah,
winning by 1 point.
I wouldn't put it past them. Again, right? Like,
Yes, they want to win. I mean,
Yeah.
whatever it takes. They're not here to entertain us.
No.
They are not here to entertain us.
rank-wise,
They
right?
want to win,
Hey, you
whatever
know,
it takes.
when you are 9th in Europe and you're playing 6th in Europe, getting that win is crucial.
It's true.
It's going to change their ranking. Oh, there we go. So
There
that
we
is
go.
Antwerp.
Lead for Antwerp 8-9. Hipshot playing again against Speedy, I believe.
Yeah,
Took
indeed.
and a star pass, very sneaky star pass from Helsinki. Number 604 was the jammer for this jam, but got to score no points
No,
because
indeed.
Hipshot called it and scored 4 points.
Yeah, but again, we're seeing some beautiful work from 604 today in all positions. So nice work as a pivot, very good at getting that cover from the jammer, but some wonderful defensive work as well.
Yes, these blockers are next level.
Absolutely.
Blocker goals, all of them.
Oh, there we go. So we are in again, jam number
Yes.
15.
Number 5 jamming for Antwerp. Number 2 jamming for Helsinki. Helsinki starting with 1 blocker in the box,
Oh, there we go. That is lead for Helsinki.
but that does not matter. They get the lead.
Oh, and I think, it looks like Antwerp is attempting a star pass.
Yes, attempting a star pass and successfully completing a
Hey.
star pass.
There we go. It took a couple attempts, but they made it.
They did it.
Oh. And, someone has
Yes.
blocked a little bit too successfully, I
Yes.
suspect, getting a direction penalty
yes.
there.
In the wrong direction.
Mm-hmm.
Too excited about blocking.
Exactly.
Makes
Or
it-
too stable. I always love that a stop block is also a direction penalty.
True, true.
Right?
You are, excuse me, you are too stable for roller derby.
Exactly. Yes.
You need to destabilize yourself.
Yeah, move a
Skate
little.
more.
Yeah.
There are wheels under your feet for a reason.
But I mean, such a skill though, right? To be able to stay totally still when
true.
pushed
It's
on
true.
wheels.
It's true. You know, I'll tell you, that's not something I am able to. Not yet.
Oh goodness.
That's not something I'm guilty of.
Now we have a little bit of an official timeout at the moment, so some conversation happening.
I think some track repair needs
Yep.
to be done.
Yeah.
There on the outside before the first turn. We have, in the meantime, can go over who's going to play next. We have 4 Helsinki jammer number 286. Having a little conversation with their coach on the side. And we have jammer number 31, So What? Also, fun fact, jams for Brussels Roller Derby.
Brilliant.
So What is on 2 charters in Belgium. And she's also currently part of the Team Belgium training team.
Lovely.
So
Yeah.
she is putting her work into roller derby, one could say, playing basically 3 teams
Oh
at
my
this point.
goodness.
That is
Yeah.
impressive.
And Jam 16 has begun.
Yes.
So that is indeed 3-1, trying to make it through a very sturdy tripod.
Sturdy tripod.
Yeah. that's-
Teams are bridging, and number 286 managing to catch the lead, stretching out that Antwerp wall.
Yeah, and well, we're going to see an attempted star pass here, possibly a successful one in the end.
And scoring pass for Helsinki, taking 4 points.
Ooh, and well, I did not see what exactly that action was, but it resulted in
Oh.
2 blockers.
2 blockers of Antwerp
Yeah.
going to the box.
Indeed. And guess what? A lead change.
Wow,
Yeah. So,
I did not see that coming.
Indeed. We have Helsinki on 8 points already this jam, so it's a very nice jam for Helsinki.
Good jam.
And again, great bridging happening, great tripods happening. So Helsinki has brought a very strong defense with them today.
Very strong.
Oh,
And star pass happens.
there we go.
Hell
That took a
Freya
minute.
now taking the star, going around the track and preparing to score
Oh,
some points.
While Helsinki collects 4 more points. So we're seeing some real dedication to particular strategies here, I think.
So now Hell Freya, being the jammer, still wants to block a little bit. How I understand you
Oh,
so well.
well,
Why
look at
jam
that.
when you can block? I'm just joking.
It must be very frustrating here, though, because Hofre made it through that first Helsinki wall,
Yes.
and then they reformed out in front. It's a
There
very
you go.
agile defense from Helsinki.
And that is 3 points for Antwerp and 19
My
points
goodness.
for Helsinki.
That was a fantastic jam for Helsinki.
That was really good.
Yeah, oh, that is their second highest scoring jam
Indeed,
this game.
The first one was the 20 points last half, and in this half they managed to score 19 in one jam. That is very impressive.
My goodness. I mean, you know, Antwerp has not been slouching either. We've had a 16-point jam, a 14-point jam, and what is that, a 15-point jam? So we've had some high score. No, not 15. My bad.
So
My producer is shaking her head. But we've had a couple of not quite as high-scoring jams from Antwerp. So 2 very big ones. Neither of them as big as Helsinki's big jams.
no, Helsinki's really taking control, like really milking those jams, where they can. If the jammer is stuck, if they have a power jam, they are so good at making them count.
Yep.
And it's something that Antwerp hasn't quite been able to do at the same level of Helsinki.
Okay.
Someone is trying to open a
Oh,
door.
Oh, or someone
That's
has.
what that sound
Yeah,
is.
there we go. This is your sport hall, so you.
Yes,
you
I know
the
what that
noises.
sound is. I has been guilty of making this sound happen, so I know very well you are not supposed to open doors,
Well, there we go.
except the door to the exit, but not the emergency exit.
So high security roller derby we have
Yes,
today.
high security roller derby indeed.
Well, I'm wondering maybe the lovely people next to us on production can put the QR code back up on the screen
Yeah.
while we're chatting.
Oh, look, it's
Oh,
us.
hey, hello.
Hello.
We were
Here.
told that we would only be on the
This
screen when
way.
there's no gameplay.
This one.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh.
there we go.
Oh.
Missed it.
Oh no, that was too much fun for this stream. We're not allowed to have that much fun.
Well, I mean, as someone who often officiates and is thus a member of Team No Fun,
Yes,
we're not
indeed.
here for fun.
We're not here for fun. We
No.
have now 156. Wow, what an amazing.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness. Yeah.
It was too amazing for this game. Number 1-2 hitting the jammer out, but getting a penalty for it, and the jammer coming back inside the track and getting a lead 156 for Helsinki.
Yep. Well, you know what was too fun about that? It looks as if it was a direction. So,
Oh,
great hit.
I think it was
but-
indeed
Yeah.
probably a stop block. Oh,
Yeah, and a cut on
That is a
Helsinki's
cut.
jammer.
right in front of us.
Beautiful. So
That
we have
is-
a power jam for
We have a
Antwerp.
power jam and a 2-minute jam.
Woo!
They-
This is going to be fun.
So Antwerp now has the chance to make this count again and to do some good, steady offense and get those points in these 30 seconds.
and
that's
they are
the
already doing it. They've put 4 points on the board. They're now only 10 points behind Helsinki.
There you go. Good, very good offense. Very quick pass. Another 4 points for Antwerp.
Beautiful. Again,
Antwerp jammer trying to breathe. You know, that's you know, going around the track is a time where you rest.
Exactly.
And then when you get in the pack, you can go and full on, or as much full on as you can go.
Well, and they're really clawing it back. You know-
And-
oh, there we go. All right. I think we're going to see the end of.
4 points for
Yeah. Oh, but
For
look
Elsa-
at that.
it's-
Yeah.
and hip shot passing again. 4 points for Antwerp. And
Yeah.
now very quick pass.
Yeah, and well, Antwerp obviously is no longer having it all their own way. So that little lead they picked up, they are still maintaining. So they've, yeah, Helsinki making use of their time on the track, these last 10 seconds of this jam, to re-equalize the jam.
Yes, we are seeing now.
Oh, there we are.
That is the end of the jam.
Yeah, and 3 points apiece on that last jam. So really making it close.
15 points for Antwerp and 11 points for Helsinki in this half. In this
See,
jam.
A little bit of tension in the
Yes.
Antwerp box there.
Yes,
Yeah.
10 points difference between the two.
But again, one of those rare jams in this half when Antwerp has led on points. So that was 15 points for Antwerp and only 11 for Helsinki.
Indeed.
We have not seen a heck of a lot of that in this half.
No, true. Is there an
Oh, we have another
we have
official
an
review.
official review from Helsinki?
Yeah. So we're going to get some information soon on
Yes.
what is happening there. But in the meantime,
In the meantime, maybe I would like to mention our sponsors because they help us also make this come true. I want to mention them again, and I will look for that beautiful document. So we have, I'm gonna start with other sponsors than I started before. We have Martin's Beer, hops lovers since 1909. We have Packraften.be, Packraften.be, sorry. Packraft Micro Adventures in Belgium. Artem, your projects, our expertise. Lillabiz, print work in Belgium. Clo, nice, cute vegan restaurant for breakfast and lunch in Antwerp. Ariane, freelance translation, will provide you the best translation, interpreting, and linguistic services. Clear communication can save your jam just as much as your teamwork. I see what you did that, Ariane. Very funny. InfraMonkey, you need help for your IT infrastructure? Better call Monkey, a versatile freelance IT specialist for your needs. VP Media Solutions, technology adding value to your content. Knickmops, small bulldozers built in Belgium, engineered to perform. Sucker Punch, Skate Shop, and Happiest and Company, undoubtedly the most original snack caterer in Flanders. Those are our sponsors. Now I think we have gotten some information about what that official review is.
okay. All right. Well, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a complex one.
That's a doozy.
What I understand so far is that it relates to 2 different penalties. We'll get more information in a moment on this as our other producer comes back. But what I understand so far is that there's been a request to have a penalty added and a penalty removed. But okay, so nothing is going to happen.
Oh,
Bottom line,
Everything stays the
penalties
same.
remain the same.
no penalty added, no penalty removed.
And then presumably this means
And
Helsinki
the jam
losing
starts.
Official review.
Number 5 jamming for Antwerp. Number 2 Malu for Helsinki, pushing that last blocker,
My goodness.
But
and yep, forearm
getting
penalty.
a forearm penalty.
Yep. This is always the difficulty with roller derby. You can do something that seems like a great idea, gets you a beautiful result, and then it turns out that you
Yeah.
are not allowed to do that. Even the great players.
Yes, indeed. Now it's good. It's a power jam for Antwerp.
Which, well, we had one of those last jam as well.
Indeed.
So 2 power jams
See?
in a row.
Very good reforming from Helsinki.
Yeah. Oh.
Both teams with 4 blockers. Oh, that was a
1-0-2,
hard hit.
Bridging.
Indeed, that
Oh.
was a direction,
Indeed.
and you could see.
And again, shout out to those wonderful blockers with their
And
amazing spatial
getting-
awareness.
Yeah, indeed,
Yeah.
and very, very good, and some impressive recycling from Helsinki happening. And
Oh goodness, I have a bit of unfortunate statistics from our producer.
unfortunate
Hels-
statistics.
yep.
I am curious to that.
Helsinki 2-2 has received a penalty every time they've jammed in this half.
Oh,
Yes.
Oh,
So
no.
that's not great tactics. Or bad luck.
just maybe some bad luck, maybe
Yeah.
some nerves. I mean,
That's a tough
our players, they don't like to make penalties.
No.
And I think this game being the high stakes and so well matched, I think both
Yeah.
teams are very, very, and feel it. They are very nervous. They are very, there's a lot of intensity in the air. And
Yeah.
I think that can show itself in many, many ways.
Indeed, it's a bit of a penalty-heavy game
Yeah,
for
it
certain
is.
players. And I mean, across the board, we have a fairly high number.
I can also say I'm not a very experienced player yet, but I know that when I am nervous and when I put a lot of pressure on myself, I make a lot of penalties. And it's only when I'm like, oh, it's just a scrimmage, I'm having fun, and then you play clean because it's easier. So
Absolutely.
I think that's what's might be going on here. One Love taking 6 points that last jam. Wow, that was a quick lead for
Look at that.
Helsinki. 777 Nitty or Gilbert.
Yes.
I forgot
we
to check
did never
that.
get the answer to that. Yeah.
And very quick star pass for Antwerp. Helfreya taking the star.
Indeed. Both teams really making these last 3 minutes of the game
Yes.
count. Oh, yep.
And a call from Helsinki taking 4 points and no points for One Love.
Well,
Antwerp.
yeah, these are the tactics we have been seeing all game. Smart tactics, high-level teams, right? Seeing get those points and stop the other team from getting points.
Yes. Get those points and run
Yeah.
or skate. In this,
Exactly.
well, in this floor, you could run on your skates, to be honest. It's that sticky.
Oh,
And we have jamming for Antwerp. 8-9 hip shots, and for Helsinki number 156.
we have MIA or Mia. Indeed. Who? Oh my goodness! Look at that.
Ooh. Very cool one-on-one action there. Hip shot taking
Uh,
leads.
Yeah, it may have looked cool, but it was not legal.
I
so
think it was
Oh no! 2 penalties.
2 penalties.
Yeah. Shoot.
Oh.
So yeah. Oh yeah.
And
Unfortunate. That looks
hip
like a
shots
foul.
taking also a penalty for forearms, I believe. Penalty and sitting in the box, so it's a power jam for Helsinki.
Yeah. My goodness. And yeah. One thing I will say is that second penalty on Helsinki 5-1, I believe probably related to the way they left the track or
Oh.
something they did while leaving the track.
Those are very,
Yeah.
very frustrating.
That's unfortunate. Yeah.
Here you go, Helsinki scoring 4 points. This scoring pass.
It's really
And in the meantime, hip shot back on the track and scoring 4 points.
beautiful. Again, they're making it count. It is
Yeah.
still such a close game. We have an 8-point difference only.
I have to say, when these teams, they have very strong tripods, but they are also so proficient at destroying them. Like I know Antwerp a little bit in the meantime, and it's really rare for me to be able to see their walls so spread out, and we see that here, and we see that from Helsinki as well. They are able to really spread each other.
Oh my goodness.
their
Okay.
walls. Oh, we got a penalty for the Helsinki Jammer,
Oh, this
and
is
the
gonna
jam
be good.
is over.
And yet,
And there is an official review.
of
What
course there
else is going to happen?
Well, you know why there's an official review? Because we have 21 seconds left on the clock.
Oh my
meaning
god.
there is not enough time for a lineup.
Oh my god.
Antwerp wants a chance to have another jam and to start with the power jam
Yes.
that results from Helsinki's jammer being in the box.
So we have,
So whether there's a real review or not.
oh my god, we have 21 seconds,
Yeah,
and we have 6 points.
a 6-point lead. Yeah.
This is,
Yeah.
do you still have nails? Because
Well,
I don't.
Yeah,
They're
no,
gone.
Exactly.
They're gone.
I have to say, this is, we're used to seeing very good tactics from Antwerp. So we see Dark Pistol in the middle there, very earnestly engaging in the official review that
Yes.
Antwerp has called. But of course, I have to think this is an unofficial review to get another jam.
Of course
right?
it is. Yes,
So
it is.
she's manufacturing some kind
Yes.
of brilliant, convincing official review.
She will never go and say, I want another jam. No,
No,
she will be like, sorry, Pistol, I don't even know, you don't talk like this. This is just me being dumb. But she will make something, and
Yeah.
she will make it very real.
She's all in. She's taking it
Yes,
seriously.
absolutely.
But, it also gets them that extra jam that might let them close that gap.
Indeed. Very curious to see what will happen. This next jam, Helsinki starting with her jammer in the box, and check 1-2 blocker for Antwerp in the box. So Antwerp starting with 3 blockers, and Helsinki with 4.
Very relaxing. So
I'm getting some information, as you can possibly hear.
Okay. And we don't have an answer yet. All right. So the content of this official review is Antwerp have asked for a high block penalty to be assessed against one of Helsinki's blockers.
All right.
And we're going to find out in a moment. It's requiring quite a lot of
Yeah,
conversation.
they're talking a lot.
Yeah.
It's actually, we were like, haha,
Yeah.
but
It is real.
It's a real one, and they are actually discussing it.
Yeah, absolutely. And for those who are not familiar, what's happening in that zebra huddle in the middle there is the referees are asking each other, did you see that action?
Yes.
So,
Did anyone see?
oh, it has been denied. So the high block will not be assessed against the blocker from Helsinki. So that's
going-
fine for Antwerp because regardless of the success of that request for a penalty,
They're getting
what they are
there.
getting is another jam.
Their next jam, which could decide this game.
Absolutely.
It will decide this game.
Yeah,
I mean, right
one way
now,
or the other.
yes, it could go either way. Could
Yeah.
go either way.
Very much so. I mean, we've seen 20-point jams in this game.
Yes, it's true.
So
true.
Antwerp with a power start
And we
here.
have seen 1-point jams in this game, many of them. So
Absolutely.
it could go either way.
Yeah.
I am very curious to see. But now we have an official timeout.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it looks like the zebra huddle continues.
Yes.
So there was not enough time
They
in
have
that
a
little
lot to
break.
lot to talk about.
It's been quite a game.
A lot to catch up on. A lot of stuff to say.
Absolutely.
Let's make these players nervous more. Let's make them wait longer.
Well, and I have to say, as an official, when you have very good bench staff, that results in a lot of questions.
Wow. Yes,
Right?
it's challenging to you,
Yeah.
and I guess that makes the sports grow as well
Absolutely.
when you're challenged like that.
I mean,
We're
hey,
going to our last jam of the game. Number 89, hip shots, jamming for Antwerp.
yeah, indeed. I mean, you say it's the last jam. If they tie this
We'll
up,
see.
we
see.
could
Yes,
get
if it, yeah,
overtime.
it's true. It's true. It's true.
I have
Scratch
seen
what
it
I said.
before.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Um,
But there we go. Oh, so. And
Yes.
the
4
Helsinki
points.
pivot is also now on the bench.
and the Helsinki Jammer is standing. They have their star stashed.
Yeah. But of
And
course,
then-
Antwerp knows who it is.
Yes.
Knows that they're expecting a jammer to come back on track.
And they call.
I think they've
And
done
they
it.
call. And I think they got
Yep,
it.
they
I
have done
think
it.
they have the win by 2 points. Antwerp taking the win in this
Yep.
game. 166 against 164. This is kind of insane.
I mean, this is what we said half an hour ago.
This is
That
kind
they're
of
gonna
insane.
win this game by 1 point. It's
Yes.
2.
We saw this coming. We didn't
Absolutely.
know which team it was
Absolutely.
going to be, but we saw this coming. I'm
Yep.
just saying
Someone's gonna win it by very few points, and that has
that's
happened.
exactly what it happened.
Yeah.
This was an amazing game.
But this should make Antwerp very, very happy.
Yes, I can see. Yes.
Yeah, they
They
look
are right
it.
here and they're being very loud, as you can possibly hear in
Yeah.
our microphones.
Indeed. Oh, and the crowd is happy too.
Yes, the crowd is happy.
Which, fair enough. Bit of a home team crowd.
Yeah,
And, yep, there
That-
we go. That is called.
that
So
is the
score
final
official.
score.
Brilliant. All right. And, this will presumably affect the rankings eventually.
Eventually, this was an incredible game. Stay tuned for
Indeed.
our next game.
Which begins at.
That's,
Let's just take a look. So,
Yes, let's take a look.
Game 2, first whistle is at 12:30. So you have a little less than an hour.
Yes.
Someone will be back. It will not be us, but a couple minutes before
Yes.
12:30, you will be seeing some new announcers popping up on your screen to
Yes.
tell you about Game 2, London v Paris.
Yes, and then we have just go over the schedule for today. At 3 o'clock, we have Antwerp Roller Derby B Team Pack of Destruction meeting Le Test Destroyeuse of Paris on the track. And then last game of the day at 5:30, Helsinki All-Stars versus London. Do not miss it. Do not get up from your couch. Do not leave your house. Keep on watching this.
Well, or if you do leave your house,
Very healthy.
bring us in your pocket.
Yes.
So that you can keep track of the games as they go on today.
Yes.
And tomorrow.
Are you in the train? Make sure everyone in the train is listening to this. Be that person. Be it.
Exactly. And, we will see you back here, or someone will see you back here at 12:30 for Paris v London. Don't go away.